5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And we are back with the Off the Top podcast, Game of Thrones edition. I fucked that up.
Game of Thrones
edition. We just watched episode 4 like 20 minutes ago, and honestly, I actually really liked that episode. What do you think? What were your reactions to this episode?
This was probably the best episode in the season so far.
I agree.
Because like there's so much chemistry between each the characters, and the chemistry is the reason why I found it so appealing.
Yeah.
It's like the White Walkers battle was like I wasn't a fan of that episode at all. But this episode was like a total 360, you know?
Yeah.
This was my favorite episode so far in the season for sure.
Me, I don't grade the battle on the same. I don't grade battle episodes on the same level as like plot episodes, because like they're just two completely different things, right? You can't really compare them. So I was a fan of the White Walker battle, but however, I think in terms of this felt more of like this is just like a more balanced episode. You get suspense, you get someone like a big character dying, you get like motivated characters, you get like characters having sex, like it's just literally everything that has to do with Game of Thrones. It's in it. Like you did not expect the second dragon to die. And I remember last week we were watching the trailer and we saw both dragons. We're like, okay, both dragons are alive, dope, like they're gonna just go and take over the city and all that shit. And then they took the dragon away from us, like, and that's exactly what Game of Thrones has been doing all this time, right? Like taking characters from us, that thing. And so this happened to be the dragon. So I was a huge fan of this episode. So it was just well done. I loved it. Yeah.
Let's talk about Sir Jaime and Brienne.
Yeah. Okay. So that's gonna come, but we're gonna go in order, because that's like in the middle of the thing. So the beginning, it starts off with the funeral. Yeah. All right. So there's Theon, there's Jorah, there's like the leader of Unsullied, all that stuff. They're paying respects. It was like it was a sad moment. Like not Cersei, Dany was saying something in Jorah's ear, and then the speech what's it called? Jon gives. It's kind of like the Night's Watch speak. Yeah. It's like the protectors of the realms of men and all that stuff. Yeah, I thought it was that was like cool. Like it kind of just shows like in perspective, like what's left. Like there's so many people that were just laying there and like on the all the pyres and stuff, and there's just like so little people, and just kind of get like perspective. And I think Dany and Jon were kind of separated in that shot. So it was a good scene. I liked it. What do you think about that scene?
The whole scene, I felt like it was something that had to get out of the way. Yeah, I mean, what I mean? Like just killing all the dead people.
Just gotta show the respect.
Yeah, I mean, burning all the dead people. Yeah, and if it's like a conclusion to that whole entire part of the show. Yeah. So I mean, there was no surprising factor in that segment of the show, and episode. Yeah. So I was just watching it. You know? I was really excited for what happened after in the ballroom. Yeah, the feast. Yeah. The feast, there's a lot happened. A lot of stuff happened. So Gendry got legitimized and he is officially a Baratheon. Yeah. So I think we called that, right? We seen that happening? Yeah, we saw his come up. Like he had some
I'm pretty sure we called that in one of the episodes. So he's the Lord of Storm's End, so which is great. You know, he's a good kid, you know. You want to see him do well. Bran and Tyrion were talking. Yeah. They were talking about Tyrion was pretty much just saying how since he's the last legitimate and technically the only son left of Starks, he's the Lord of Winterfell, or like the King of the North or whatever. And Bran was just kind of like reminding him, like, yo, like I'm not. It's almost like he's saying, yo, I'm not a human, like I'm not alive anymore. You know what I mean? It's kind of weird. I don't know what to say about Bran. Like he's just like, to me, like what do you think his importance is moving on, or do you think his importance was done just like Sam and Tormund and all those guys when the Night King died?
Bran, well, I guess I think his importance is pretty much finished.
You think so? You don't think he plays any other role?
No, he might play a small role, but I mean, tactically speaking, they could have used him to see what's going on inside the Red Keep. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? But he's back in Winterfell. So, I mean, I don't know what he possibly is there, especially when
I don't think he would use his powers like that. Yeah. You know? But, so I feel like they were kind of wrapping up his character as well. But I feel like there's going to be I feel like they're doing that right now So like when something happens at the end, there's like a twist, and then they use him like kind of like when Arya, like they'll distract you with this next episode, and then at the end like he might drop like another bomb or some shit like that. Like you never know, right? So I wouldn't like 100% wrap up his career, his character yet. I feel like there might be something. Same thing with like Sansa. Same thing because Sansa's still back there. Same thing with Brienne. I feel like. You just never know, right?
I don't. They might. I don't know. They wouldn't. They'd give a better conclusion to those characters.
You know. And also like we so that's just. And then so Dany started so in the feast, like while like Jon is talking to like Dorman, all these guys, and they're like, oh, the king of the north, like they're praising him, and he's just like, he died. She was getting jealous. She was getting angry. She kind of realized like, okay, all these people love him. And he has a better claim. So she pretty much sees her entire life's work just going down the drain. And I think that pissed anyone off. You know, but she's starting like, and I don't know, I think she's starting to turn into that
Mad King type of thing.
Yeah, because I mean we're gonna talk about more further down, but like
she's just she does. I feel like she's at a point where she doesn't know what to do.
She's desperate.
She's desperate, because like she doesn't have that army she used to have. She had like you even saw in front of the gates. There's like a small crew of them. She doesn't have that, that strength. She lost the dragon. She's just going down, and at that point, particularly, she kind of felt that if this guy comes in my way, then I'm pretty much screwed, right? So I think it's a characteristic that any human would feel if they know that they're losing something that's in their grasp.
So at that point he didn't know the dragon was gone, so she still had the dragon. But I feel like she's kind of overcompensating now. Like Sansa gave her good advice. Rest everyone, rest the armies, rest the dragons, and then go down like in a few months, right? Advice, and that's what I'm liking about Sansa now. Sansa, she's becoming a very smart character. I think she might be the key to defeating Cersei, because I think she's the only one that knows how Cersei thinks. She's been like a disciple of all these, like of Littlefinger, Cersei, she's been under all these people's and what's it called, Ramsay, like she's been under all these people's influence. Like it's almost hard calling her a Stark. She's only Stark biologically, but she was technically raised by all these other people. And so that's why when you see her starting to scheme and all that stuff, like I kind of see, because like the Northerners and the Starks are not schemers. Like they're not. They play things by the book, right? So I see all that. I see that Cersei in her.
Yeah, this episode she really proved herself. Even I was like, whoa, she's standing in front of all the important people. They're trying to kind of have like a mini war council, and she really stood her ground there.
I really liked it. So so after Dany started going crazy and all that stuff, we see so Jaime, Brienne, and Tyrion playing games, and then Gendry was there, and they all leave, and then so
Tyrion was hooking him up.
Tyrion was hooking wingman of the year, wingman of the year for sure. But so we see Jaime and Brienne go at it. I think 2 nights in a row.
Everyone saw that coming though. We saw it from a mile.
The thing is, I seen it coming. But I also, I wouldn't have been surprised if it ended up being completely platonic. Remember we were talking about, they have respect for each other? Yeah. So it could be just a strict respect thing. So I wouldn't have been surprised if they went that route. But obviously, I feel like in this episode, they were trying to open a lot of open endings. So, Gendry went with the other girl. So many people are getting pregnant and all that stuff. I feel like Cersei's pregnant, I think still. Dany should be pregnant. Now you can tease Brienne is pregnant. Now you can say Podrick has a kid. There's so many people getting pregnant. I feel like they're tying up the story, but they're also creating more storylines. The different storylines that they get. If they wanted to create a show about something 100 years or 20 years down the road, they can. You'll have all that stuff, and Arya could be pregnant.
Arya could be
all that stuff, right? So
there's a lot. There's more to happen to the feast, man. Other than just the who was it? Brienne and Sir Jaime talking. It was also Sansa and the Hound talk.
Yeah.
You know, I kind of while watching, I thought I was like, yo, are they gonna go down? Are they gonna like do it?
Yeah.
But they didn't. I felt like the Hound gained a lot of respect for Sansa in that.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because I think the Hound has so much respect for the Stark girls now. Because both of them, he's seen both of them from what they were and what they are now. Like they used to be like just little birds, right? And now they're like these crazy killers, you know, like one's a killer, one's like one of the greatest people in battle, and one's super tactical, like she's a super tactical genius now. Not genius, but like
she's getting there.
She's out of everyone right now that's left, she might be playing the Game of Thrones the best. And I think I've been saying this this whole season, but I really love where Sansa is right now as a character. I think she's like makes things super interesting.
Yeah. But her call on letting the armies rest was the right thing. Yeah. If that happened, maybe the dragon wouldn't have died.
I feel like if anyone else had said that, Dany would have been okay with it. I feel like since it was coming from Sansa, she kind of got kind of defensive, like, no, we need to go now.
Yeah,
yeah. That's the thing. So Arya and the Hound, they're gonna ride south. All right, so
they're riding south to kill Cersei, right? Like, well, Arya is.
Arya's okay, so this is where I was gonna come to. My prediction is that Arya's going for Cersei, and I think the Hound is going for Mountain. I think he really wants to kill his brother. I think that's how they're gonna end it. Either him dying to thing, or like maybe they tag team on the Mountain, because I don't think the Hound alone can kill the Mountain, especially after he died and became back like stronger. I think they might have like a tag team or whatever, but like. I think they're going to kill the Mountain. I don't know if Arya kills Cersei though, because I feel like that's giving her too much, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like I don't know how Cersei's
because even Sir Jaime, he kind of I feel like he was playing a plot the whole time. He stayed in Winterfell.
Yeah.
Let the armies leave, so then after he can leave.
No, I felt like he genuinely was going to stay until he realized that
he heard the news.
Yeah, heard the news and everything. And then he's like, okay, I think I need to go.
To help Cersei, not to go and help.
That's Dany. Either help Cersei or talk to Cersei. I don't know what exactly, but he went. At the end of the day, I think he's just in love with Cersei. Like no matter what, like till death do him part. Like even though he's seen Brienne and all that stuff, I think Cersei's his demise, and I think that's just what's gonna happen. That's what's written for him. So, yeah, that's gonna go down. But yeah, I think we're gonna get a Clegane Bowl.
That's gonna be sick.
Yeah,
Clegane Bowl.
That's gonna be so crazy. Do you think that happens next episode or the episode after?
I think it might be next episode, or I can't predict that, bro. I don't know.
What if they did instead of having these two armies go at it, they have like a champion on each side?
Nah, that's not good. That's not.
You don't think so?
Nah, it's Game of Thrones. You know, it's finale.
Yeah, but what if it ended like? What if it was like they did something like that, but then at the end that didn't matter? Like, cause Cersei, if they kill the Mountain, Cersei's not gonna be like, oh, I lost, I'm gonna get off the throne, and then she's gonna probably just do some I feel like there's gonna be something centered around that battle between those two. Like I don't think they're just gonna see each other in the hallway and start fighting. Like I feel like it's gonna be like a spectacle. Like everyone has to see, because like I think it was in the books and everyone was talking about it. Like everyone just wants to see them two fight. I think after who sits on the Iron Throne, after finding out who sits on the Iron Throne, I think the second biggest question is, are those two gonna fight? And I think everyone just wants that, and if they avoid that, I'm gonna hate them for sure.
I feel like it might the taking over of King's Landing might be like kind of like a heist. That's what it's called, heist.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I don't think so. There'll be massive wars. I feel like it would be like more of a sneaky type of mission. They send a couple people.
Like how the Unsullied took over Casterly Rock, like that. Yeah, how they went through the sewage
like
and
stuff. No. I genuinely don't think it's gonna be army on army type of thing. I feel like it's gonna be strategic.
Yeah.
They send a couple people in just to kill off, like Cersei or whatever, or something like that, and the main person, assassination type of thing. It might be something along those lines, because they just don't have the manpower to go full on fighting army to army.
Yeah.
Unless Greyjoy rides in, which we probably will.
Yara's gonna come for sure, but the army that you see at the end of the thing, that's not the whole army, because Jon Snow is coming with them, the rest of them, right? So There's still so many people left in the north even after all that. There's like
it's kind of hard to believe that so many people left in the north after all that, because we didn't even see the north survive that well.
No, but that was just all the people that were there. Apparently, there's like over 700,000 people in the north.
Oh, no way!
Almost 1 million people in the north, like that live in the entire north, right? They just had what they had at the time, like at that battle, but they didn't have their entire army there. So there's definitely, they could have like, regrouped. They could have like, that lord that didn't send his people, they could have like, like executed him and put someone else and brought their army. Like, they could have done so much. You never know, right? But I don't think that army's as weak. I think now the numbers might be actually even.
Really? I think John and Danny have a little less of an advantage.
Maybe a little less, but then the dragon kind of, I think, tips it even.
Really? With those amount of scorpions, you think the dragon stands a chance?
Oh yeah, hell yeah. At the end of the day, it's a dragon, man. Like, a scorpion, cool. Like, I think everyone's like,
one bolt will bring that thing little, like, it will damage it 100%.
Yeah, it will damage it. Like, it took 4 bolts to kill the thing, but I don't know if, like, since they caught Rhaegal off surprise, I feel like, okay, like, they dealt with it. But if now that they know that threat is there, I don't think they're going to be more cautious with the dragon.
He's gonna get I can't wait.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. This next episode is gonna be crazy. Yeah. I think it's gonna be the best one. But yeah, where were we? So Gendry proposes to Arya.
Yeah, and she says no.
But
I feel like that's Arya's nature. She's from day one. She's not a lady, and she's right. She's not a lady.
I would have been disappointed if she said yes.
Yeah, it would have been like, Arya, you have so much potential.
She's like that now, but no, I was happy that she said yes. She said no. My issue. It's just okay. So do you think? So Arya says no because she's not a lady.
Yeah.
So do you think Gendry might say I don't want the throne?
No.
And just for her?
No, I don't think he might say that. If he like, I genuinely don't.
You don't think so?
No, because Arya, to be honest, Arya's the type of girl who doesn't even want love.
No, but I feel like her objection is not being with him. It's the fact that she would have to be a lady and she have to be like, the queen of Storm's End and like, sit on a throne and, be all fancy and stuff.
Yeah.
I think that's her issue.
Issue.
I think if Gendry was to go maybe on the road with her while she does whatever she's doing, I think she would be more open to that. I'm not sure. I'm just speculating here, but I don't feel like Gendry just takes the throne and it's like, oh, it's all happy. Like, maybe Arya dies in this and who knows? I have no idea. But I feel like something else is going to happen in that relationship. I don't feel like it just ended right there.
To speculation, maybe Arya's thinking that, this guy's going to weigh me down because technically she's a many-faced god, right? She has those traits. She can fit in anywhere. Yeah. She can kill anyone, Yeah. Gendry's not like that. He's more nicer, he's you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just feel like their personalities don't really fit in.
Yeah.
And I don't see that story going further with those two, but I'm pretty sure those two in the plot still have a good part to play in the 2 episodes to come, right? Yeah, I'm so excited for the next episode. Next 2 episodes is gonna be so good, good. It's gonna be the daylight. That's the best part.
I personally don't think that relationship is over. I think there's gonna be something more to that.
Maybe.
Yeah. Oh, where were we now? Oh, did we talk about Danny begging Jon? Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So they were battle planning, and we talked a little bit about this, but they were battle planning and stuff, and pretty much Sansa kind of gave a suggestion that they shouldn't go down, all that stuff. Danny was like kind of adamant fighting, and for a moment I sensed that, because after that, when Danny kind of what's his name, Jon tells them, I kind of sensed that maybe Arya and Sansa are making a plot at thing too. I mean, a lot of people are making a plot at Danny now because she's in trouble. Like, there's blood in the water, everyone smells it, and they're gonna plot at her. So Varys started plotting on her. Tyrion's still kind of, she's
on the border,
still on board, but he's kind of like, he's
loyal to Danny. Yeah,
he's leaning off because I feel like he has mixed emotions because I think he still kind of loves Sansa and like respects Sansa, but at the same time he's the hand of of Dany, right? So that's gonna be huge, and I think Sansa has something huge up her sleeve for.
Yeah. So like when Jon told Dany about his secret. After all that, they just talked about it in this episode, right? This is the first actual conversation they had after the war about the conversation. Yeah. And I feel like they the writers kind of gave us, which direction the show's gonna go in. Yeah. By the two options that Dany said. Yeah. Right. It's either he does this and this happens, or he does this and this happens. And one of the options was that you cannot tell anyone. And if he does that, then they can be together, and then they can rule together. Yeah. Right? And Jon kind of didn't do that. Jon went the opposite. So it kind of tells us that the show is going to, at the end of the show, that this conflict is going to happen. And we see throughout the episode the conflict is building up, how the secret slowly spreads. And Sansa kind of breaks the promise that she gave Jon, which Jon, I don't think so will take lightly. Yeah. And we see that development of that whole entire kind of like a plot, Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
So that's really interesting to see what's gonna happen with that whole plot in the next 2 episodes. Yeah. Especially maybe the last one, they might even have a conflict between Dany and Jon. Yeah. Right. Maybe, yeah. Or Jon's people and Jon.
Yeah. No, I hear you. Yeah, that whole part where Dany was begging Jon to not say anything, they could be together. I think the biggest thing is that. And Targaryens generally they have relations within their family. They keep their bloodlines pure. That's how they do that. So to Dany, it may not be a huge far-fetched or anything, because to her it might seem normal. But even though Jon is a Targaryen, he was born in the north, and that's not something they do. I think it's just a thing of customs. But I feel like the fact that Jon being a bastard and Dany being pregnant outside of wedlock, and if they don't get married, that kid's gonna become a bastard. I think Jon really sympathizes with bastards and all that stuff. So, and I don't think he would want that at all. I think he mentioned a lot earlier in the series about he would never have a bastard child and all that stuff. And that's why he was a virgin for a long time. So I feel like even though he's not really wanting to marry her now, at the end, when he finds out that she is pregnant, there might be some now I have to get married kind of thing, or at that point he's just gonna be like, yo, screw it, we're gonna get married, or Dany might use that, knowing that Jon feels that way about bastards. She might use that to her advantage to manipulate, Jon. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I feel like there's some sort of dynamic there that's gonna happen. Because obviously something has to play out between them, right? Either they're gonna be together or they're not, right?
Yeah, I feel like they're setting this whole situation up for Dany to die.
Yeah, I think Dany's gonna die.
I think that's because they're replacing her with a person who's worth more. In the whole show, he's the perfect guy. Everyone loves him. He's a good character. Yeah. They're just replacing her with him, and slowly throughout the war, they're gonna.
I think what they're gonna do is they're gonna give us a glimmer of hope. After she's gone through all this, it's okay, fine, I can sit on the throne, and then poof, something's gonna happen.
Exactly. Yeah. And then Jon's gonna be the one who's gonna end up right.
Yeah. Yeah. That's crazy.
I think that's exactly that, because they're just setting up, like you said, she has no power in the north. She's not really useful in the armies in the war, except for her army.
Yeah, everyone loves her. I mean, now that she made Gendry the legitimized Baratheon, she kind of has a Baratheon backup. But the Baratheon and the Starks always had a good relationship, even now with Arya and all that stuff. So the dynamic of Westeros is mad weird now, because Highgarden's empty.
Yep.
And we'll talk about Highgarden in a second.
That's the richest place too.
Yeah, Highgarden is empty. Storm's End just got a new thing. Dorne just got a new prince. They said that. I feel like that might play something too.
Who's the Prince of Dorne?
They didn't say who it was, but they mentioned it, how the new Dornish prince is aligned with Dany and all that stuff.
Yeah, because the mother died serving the queen. Yeah.
So they have one there. That mentioned, I feel like it's gonna play huge. Maybe the Dornish come over with the.
Oh, the Dornish have a huge army.
The Dornish come over with the Greyjoys and all that stuff. I caught that as soon as I heard the Dornish hasn't. I wrote it down. I'm like, yo, 100% something's gonna happen with that. So Dorne has a new prince. Yara is the queen of the Iron Islands now. Storm's Landing. Storm's End, sorry, has a new king in Gendry. Now it's gonna be Jon slash.
Who lives in Storm's Landing right now?
Storm's End.
Yeah,
it's the Baratheons, but there's no more Baratheons. It's just like it's completely empty right now.
Oh,
it's just the people. There's no king there.
So there's an army there.
Yeah, so that's why Dany assigned Gendry, because she knows that if by legitimizing him, he might be grateful and be her side for the rest of his life, you know. And there you go, you have a alliance with the Baratheons, right? So there's that, and then so you have Jon in slash Sansa in the north, like you know, like Dany's not doing too bad.
Yeah, now that you broke it down for me, yeah, she isn't.
She's not doing too bad. Like her initial army might be thing, but I feel like her at the end of the day, it's gonna come down to either Jon or it's gonna come down to one of the two. They have to pick, and I don't. That's what
I'm saying. You know, that's gonna be the pinnacle of the point. I need to show.
Yeah. At the end of the day, cause I feel like all of those every single army except for the Lannisters will side with one of those two. It's just depending on which one. I think now they're gonna put that conflict for us, and kind of put everyone in that moment where it's like, okay, now pick now. Like you have to pick right now. So. Yeah, we'll see. Where are we? Bronn is back.
He was an asshole, bro.
Sir Bronn of the Blackwater.
He was an asshole. I didn't expect him to be an asshole, but he was an asshole.
Yeah, but he's told them from the beginning, like, you know, money is his motivation.
Yeah, he's that one character in a movie that's always after the money.
Yeah, he's after the money. So what Bronn did, he came. He was assigned to kill both the Lannister brothers, and so he remembered what Tyrion told him earlier in the series, that if anyone offers to kill me, come to me and I'll pay you double.
Yeah, he said that. I remember that.
So he came up to Tyrion. He's like, okay, so your sister promised me yours and your brother's head for River Run. So what's double River Run? Highgarden, the richest place in Westeros. So Tyrion promises Highgarden to Bronn if they win. What do you think? What do you think about this? That whole situation? I don't think any of that's gonna happen at all. First of all, does Tyrion even have the power to give Highgarden, of all places, to?
He is the hand of the queen.
Yeah, but of all places, Highgarden. I feel like Highgarden is like.
Yeah, I mean, look, if he earned it, then Tyrion could possibly give it to him. Yeah. But since it's blackmail, I don't think so. Tyrion would.
I don't think Tyrion will have that power.
Yeah, I don't think so. Tyrion would do that. I think he's trying to just get out of the situation.
Yeah.
And because what's the name of the Blackwater? Bronn of the Blackwater.
Yeah.
Just because he went and did that manipulation, did that scheming, he's gonna probably end up dying.
I think he's gonna play both sides till the end.
He's not. Oh.
Like, so so Cersei thinks he's killing them.
But he's not killing Cersei. He's just not killing them.
No, he's not killing them. But not killing him is kind of like treason.
Okay.
But he's gonna play both sides until the very moment, like, where he has to make that decision and then make the decision. I feel like he's just gonna play both sides until he sees the outcome of that war.
Yeah.
And if Dany is winning, then he's gonna go with the brothers. And if Cersei's winning, he's gonna just kill both of them. He's just trying to play both games, and he's gonna die because of that. Because you can never stick on the middle and survive. Yeah. You're gonna have to fall off the wall. So I see Bronn dying. Do you think he maybe kills one of them at least?
No, I don't know, man. I genuinely do not know what his role is going to be. But speculation wise, like, I don't really have any proof of what his role is going to be either.
Yeah.
You know, he's, like you said, he's right in the middle of the wall. Like, which way he's going to fall, I have no idea. And he's money motivated. The one thing that's clear now is that he's money motivated. Yeah. So I don't know which side he's going to go because we don't know which side's winning.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like whatever happens to him is going to... Whatever's happening in the war is it's going to directly impact him. Like, that's how he's going to make his decision.
I feel like Jaime might kill him off too.
Yeah, you think so? I feel like...
Because he made fun of Jaime, so...
I feel like one of them have to... like, maybe they get into a fight. Because remember when Jaime went to go reach for a sword and he's like, you couldn't even do that at the best of you. Now you have just one hand.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. So he might kind of
maybe they have a fight. Like, you never know, right? I feel like Bronn has a role to play in the fate of those two. You know, like he might be the reason probably Tyrion dies and Jaime just goes crazy, like and kills them or some shit. Like, you know, who knows, right? then it is all speculation. Yeah, everyone's planning against Danny now. We talked about all that. Oh, how many people were it? So it was Varys, Sansa.
Yeah. Varys is actually interesting, huh? What he did?
Varys is crazy.
Varys is crazy. He literally he stuck to his word though, right? But he told like he promised Dany that every time she makes a mistake, he'll look her in the eye and tell her that she's making a mistake.
But he didn't try and be persuasive and be like, okay, like, you know, if you're going this route, then I don't want no part of you.
But why would he say that? He's gonna die if she says that.
No, like
Dany will kill him off.
No, he can use that leverage to show that how strongly he feels about that situation, and hopefully get Dany to stop. Like if Tyrion came up to me like, oh, if you do this, if you go and burn down the entire thing, consider this my resignation. I feel like she would reconsider, and I feel like it would be kind of the same thing, because she would understand the implications of that situation, right? What's happening. So I feel like
it's also a gamble on his side, because that's basically his head.
It is, but at the end of the day, treasons are going to be the end of his head too.
Yeah.
You know, so regardless, and I don't think Varys cares about living or dying. I think he cares about the realm. Like, he said that so many times. I feel like it's like he's pretty genuine about that.
He's a good ruler too.
Yeah, he would be dope, but I feel like he just wouldn't be like the symbol that you want.
Yeah, he wouldn't be the icon.
He'd be like he'd be very good at ruling, but he wouldn't have succession either.
Yeah, but he's going behind everyone's back to start something that Jon doesn't even want to be a part of. So it's gonna be interesting. He's gonna be that guy who's, you know, on the other side of the rebellion, motivating the whole entire.
I think Varys is a dead man too.
Yeah,
I think Dany finds out.
Yeah,
I think either Tyrion tells Dany, or I have no idea, but I think
he's been there since the start, day one.
Yeah, you know, he's played his role, man. He was like him and Littlefinger were the biggest players of the Game of Thrones. Like, you know, they were just like playing the scenes and all that stuff. But so that was good to see. Jon said goodbye to Ghost, Sam, and Thormund. I don't
know why Jon gave away Ghost.
I was disappointed in how they used the direwolves this series.
Yeah,
this season.
I didn't even see the direwolf.
There was no direwolves in that fight. It was only Ghost. It was disappointing. I was expecting a lot of direwolf action. Like, you know, I want to see it. Like, we thought Nymeria was gonna come.
Yeah, what was the point of showing Nymeria if she wasn't
gonna come? Like, you know, it was just
maybe this next 2 episodes, but I doubt it.
I highly doubt it, because they don't belong in the South, right? But like, so apparently these direwolves have a psychic connection to the person they're connected with. So they kind of feel what they're doing and stuff. But it's just like I was so disappointed, but I mean, it kind of makes sense, because the same money it costs to do the direwolves is the same money it costs to make a dragon. So
that's insane, but yeah,
it's crazy. But like, so I guess I'm pretty sure those are all budget issues. I feel like they just don't want to spend like $1 million on a fucking wolf.
Direwolf, yeah.
So like, but it sucks, because I really wanted to see, because
some wolf action,
because like especially with the super pack and all that stuff came, it would have been so dope. Like, I think it just visually would have been so crazy.
Yeah, it's their territory, right? I mean, if they're not there, then
like, imagine Ghost and Nymeria and all those wolves just going and like ripping a bunch of like,
even like White Walker wolves.
Yeah, like,
maybe like White Walker.
I wanted more White Walker animals. Like, I wanted to see a polar bear, or like I wanted to see like fucking ice spiders.
Yeah, exactly,
like,
right?
Like a mammoth.
Yeah, always. That's what I'm saying. This battle scene that happened last episode wasn't even that good. Yeah. Like, it was hyped because biggest battle ever recorded. I don't think that's true. Like, biggest battle like lengthiest battle ever recorded.
Yeah, that's what they meant though.
But dude, it was in terms of the production. Literally, I've seen movies where there's swarms of zombies trying to climb up a wall, and that's exactly what it was.
Yeah, no, but this is like the biggest production. That's what they meant. Yeah. Like, in terms of the people on set and the length it took, and like the money, all that stuff. Like, that's what they mean.
Yeah, Helm's Deep was way better. Way better. Helm's Deep had like animals. That are everything.
No, but
they had orcs.
Yeah, but Helm's Deep. Okay, if they came and they just threw, like, okay, imagine one guy was like Legolas and just shooting. Like, it was, Helm's Deep was almost unserious, because you had Legolas and the dwarf. Like it was. I like them, but like they were like joking around, like, okay, 1, 2, like 3, like, you know, it's like there was kind of like that edge rubbed up. Like, they couldn't bring that. I feel like those parts were kind of made it better. than this battle, but they can't do that in Game of Thrones because this is a life or death situation for everyone.
Yeah,
right?
I hear you.
So like there's different dynamics. I mean, in terms of the size and all everything, like you have the elves and all that stuff. Like I feel like that battle was also a little like it was more evenly matched. So it was obviously better to see two evenly matched people go at it versus like
this is a slaughter.
Yeah, this was a slaughter. Like so, like how. Like imagine watching a blow up basketball game. It's not interesting. Like it's only interesting when both sides have a chance to win. Yeah. And in that fight, you didn't sense that there was a chance to win for the Northerners, right?
I'm surprised the Dothraki still followed Khaleesi.
But when she was in the room, she kind of took over the entire thing. She's like the leader now.
Yeah.
She killed all the other Khalasars. Like when she burned the house and she was in it and she survived.
Yeah. Even though the Dothraki got wiped out, there's probably like a handful of them left and they're still following her.
Apparently, there's a lot more than we think that's left. Apparently, like we've only seen like 2 or 3 run back, but apparently there's a lot of them just ran back after. Like they didn't all die there, so they're not like extinct. And the way they probably repopulate in like a few years. But so we find out in this episode that Rhaegal is dead.
Yeah, that was huge. That was out of nowhere. I didn't even expect that to happen.
It's not the biggest shock. Is it the biggest shock of the episode?
Of the episode, yeah. Yeah, of course it's the biggest shock. What do you mean? A dragon got killed by so... It was... For me, the biggest shock was the fact that he got killed so easily. Yeah. And the fact that there's so many scorpions set up everywhere.
Yeah, no,
the setup of that Cersei has is huge. That was so interesting to me.
Big shout out to Qyburn.
Yeah, I think he's a genius.
Qyburn he really took Cersei to another level.
Yeah, he's the main guy for that one.
Like he will never get any credit for if Cersei wins, but he was without him there would be zero chance that they're still in this.
Yeah.
In terms of bringing back the mountain and creating all these defenses and everything. Like he's probably like
he has the hand of the queen.
He's probably got like wildfire like brewing like by the leaders.
Even know what. Yeah, we don't even know. We don't know what his defenses are.
And he's a madman, so he loves this stuff. This is like his mind thinking, like like. And the crazy part is, remember when they were in King's Landing and he saw the White Walker hand? He was looking at it.
Yeah.
You think he has something to do with something like You think he might be thinking like you don't think like knowing someone like Qyburn when you've seen something like that, don't you think he'll try like duplicating it or like recreating it or something like that?
I don't know. I don't think he's gonna go to that. I don't know. I don't think the plot is gonna go to that end.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean the White Walkers, like that hand died as soon as the
flame touched it. Yeah, no, but it intrigued them. Like I don't know. They kind of give it like a second too much attention for me. I'm just like, okay, there's something maybe I don't know what he has like planned, but like he's a genius. He's probably the biggest reason why they're still in this.
Yeah, fight. but Cersei's setup and her defense is impressive because it's well provisioned armies. They're good. Like Dany and Jon Snow are gonna have a hard time.
So what did you think of? Yeah, I mean any invading force has a hard time against the home unless you're the White Walkers. But but like, so what do you think about their plan of blocking off the food supplies and letting them starve versus just going for it? You think that was a smarter option?
Yeah, going for it will kill millions of people.
Yeah,
which they wouldn't want, right?
Yeah,
but blocking off food supplies, that's smart actually. Just wait out like a year, and let them kill themselves.
It's a long game, yeah.
Yeah, Yeah. And that way the dragon can get bigger too. It can get stronger. Yeah. Or whatever it is.
If they just did that from the beginning, like if they just stayed back,
if they listened. But like
Dany's arrogance.
Not even that. It's like they also have to conclude the show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they have to move right away. Even if they could have stayed a couple weeks and
but then I feel like the way this season's been going for Dany, like this is the way the way the show had to go. Like even if time wasn't an issue, I feel like this is the route they would have went because the way Dany's been acting recently and her decision making's been off kind of. I feel like that was like the right way to go, and it's more interesting. Like now you have one dragon versus like a bunch of scorpions. Yeah. Like it's gonna be lit.
But I hope that if that dragon has armor, oh my god,
that would be so crazy.
We have to get a replica of the dragon with armor.
That would be so crazy.
Like that is insane. Yeah. I think that's in the trailer breakdown. I think at the end when
screaming and it's coming down.
Yeah, and what was his name is looking at it? Euron's looking at it. That might be what he might be looking at. The dragon in armor.
That'd be so like if they put just like a bunch of steel plates, maybe Gendry makes it
like right here, like there's a huge steel armor and there's like something coming out of his neck, like plates here, and then the wing has some shit.
That'd be some crazy.
Even if the wing doesn't have it, the wing even if there's a hole in the wing, he fly.
Yeah,
like, it's not that big of a deal. That'd be sick. I want a pet dragon.
So based off the whole Rhaegal dying point, there's one dragon left.
Yeah.
Is there really one dragon left?
Yeah.
Do you think if Drogon dies, they're extinct again?
No. There's eggs. We know there's eggs in Valyria and there and everywhere.
No, eggs. But then they were like thing for so long, like
so were the ones that Dany had. They were stones. They weren't eggs.
She has to go in the fire and hatch them.
Yeah, I was watching this theory where there's or not theory, like history of Game of Thrones or something like that, and there's a tradition what is it called? Like, you know how we do puja? What is it called? Like a ceremony type of thing. Yeah. You know, with like spells and shit that you have to do to hatch a dragon egg. Oh. And going in the fire was like that part of that whole thing. Yeah,
but then it was part of it was the blood magic of the kid and Khal Drogo and the horse. No. Wasn't that blood magic have something to do with the eggs hatching?
I know it doesn't. From what I've researched, it doesn't have to do with that blood magic. I mean, there's theories pointing to it, but like in the most common sense type of thing is the person wishing she's a Targaryen, and only Targaryens can hatch eggs. Dragon eggs. Yeah. So her going into fire and all that stuff. I think that was.
I think I seen somewhere where I think the blood magic paid, because I feel
maybe.
I seen something where like those eggs were supposedly dead, like they were dead eggs, and then the blood magic is what kind of brought them back, and then that final fire thing is thing. But I think so. I did some research on the dragons, and apparently they can like switch genders and shit. So I think maybe Drogon or maybe Rhaegal, they had eggs before it died.
Like laid somewhere.
And that's something I was watching a bunch of videos and I was trying to like figure that out. Become like, yo, there's no way they're gonna have one dragon left and that's it. Like I feel like
they might conclude the show with eggs.
Yeah, like see something like that.
They're like, like just last moment you just see the eggs again.
Yeah, they're not gonna show new dragons in the show now. They're gonna tease that there's more eggs. 100% there's more eggs. There's no way they're gonna end it off.
A room full of eggs or some shit.
Yeah, like but I seen that. And there's a lot of animals that do that in real life where they can just switch genders based off like their mates and the amount of mates available and stuff. So apparently and Targaryens they fuck their families too. So
so I mean it kind of makes
it makes sense if there's still eggs and stuff. And I definitely think there is, because I don't think they would have killed Rhaegal. I thought it was gonna be Rhaegal carrying it, but it might be Drogon that's pregnant that has the eggs, or maybe
maybe it's like laid somewhere.
It's already laid,
or not even that. It might even be like
laid in the north.
Yeah, or some shit. Yeah, that would be sick.
Or North Dragon, like a ice dragon kind of thing, like a legit ice
dragon. Exactly. You know where that cave where or that waterfall with Dany and Jon went? Maybe they laid it somewhere there. So the North guy finally finds it. Yeah. At the end of the show.
Who knows, right? That's crazy. So and the new and improved scorpions. The scorpions were great.
Those were sick, bro. Like the guy Euron was sitting on and firing away. But there's so many. Did you see the defense?
And they're just swiveling around.
Everything.
Like Qyburn really went to work on those. And the thing was, like the first one, remember when Bronn shot Drogon and just hit him and it was nothing? It was small and it was just wood. This one was like metal reinforced, like metal pole, everything. It was just like it was like destroying boats, and it was just.
I think the armor is gonna come through.
Yeah, it has to be.
It has. There's so many scorpions on every single boat had a scorpion.
Yeah.
On top of that, every single tower had a scorpion.
Yeah.
Like, how is a dragon gonna get out of a swarm of arrows coming at him? And and the dragon isn't that dynamic. He's not that volatile. He's big. He takes time to turn.
Like, it would have to be a secret attack where he just comes up from behind and just blows.
Comes up from underwater or some shit. That'd be kind of cool. Oh, no, that's not gonna happen.
I feel like, I don't think those scorpions are gonna kill Drogon.
I think Drogon's gonna survive. Yeah. But the way how he survives is the question of the skepticism. Like, I don't know how he's gonna do it. Yeah. I just don't know.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun to watch. It's gonna be amazing, bro.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
It's gonna be a sick battle still. Yeah. All right. So we watched the new trailer for the next episode. It's like 45 seconds. We're not gonna play it here. You guys can watch it on your own time. We just had like 4 points from it. So this is the last war. That's what Danny calls it.
Yeah.
How do we think this is gonna go down? How do you think it's gonna go down?
I don't know, bro. Like, I don't know. I actually genuinely... We knew how the first one's going to go down.
Yeah.
Right? 100%. They're going to fight. They're going to win. I don't know about the second one. I just don't... Like, from what I saw in this episode, there's going to be a sea battle and there's going to be a land battle. But for the land part, I think it's going to be more of an assassination style.
Yeah.
Where the sea battle is going to be more of, like, dragon type of thing. I don't know where to put my ship, you know? I just don't know.
I think the sea battle is gonna be very intriguing because Yara's gonna bring the heat.
Yeah, he's
for sure,
bring
right?
the heat.
And Euron's fleet doesn't look that huge anymore. I don't know if that's just only a select amount.
Because the rest is the Golden Company's on it.
The Golden Company's already in the city though. They're landed already.
I thought they were just chilling on the boats.
So I don't know if that was just a secret team that they made and just to go take out the dragon, or if they have more. But that was not really that big of a fleet.
There's an ambush, yeah.
I think it was might just took a little bit for the thing. But I think Yara's gonna come in. I think Yara has to kill Euron.
Yeah, that's kind of written. She has to.
Yeah. Or maybe she has to die trying, like they both die kind of thing. It would suck because there would be no more Greyjoys, but
I mean they weren't that great anyways.
Yeah, no, but like I feel like you still need a Greyjoy, right? Yeah, you definitely need Greyjoys, or else
for that Iron Fleet.
Navies are super important, right? On land, I don't know, man.
That's what I'm saying. I just don't know, bro.
It's just hard to say. Yeah, I feel like the Clegane Bowl plays a role in something, like has to play a role in something. Maybe like at the end when they're both going to they probably both make a pact, like Arya and the Hound be like, okay, we'll kill Cersei and the Hound like together, and they go, and then it's at the end it's like both of them are taking on the Hound on the mountain and all that shit. Like there might be some crazy like they might be the part of the assassination team to go in and kill the thing. You know, you never know, right? Yeah, I'm just excited to see. I'm just excited to see it visually, like how we're 2 episodes away from watching it. From ending. It's like kind of surreal,
I just can't wait to see that armor.
Yeah.
I just can't wait.
The armor, I just want to see how everything goes down. Goes down.
How long is the next episode?
It's an hour and 20.
Hour and 20?
Yeah.
Same thing?
Yeah. So we're gonna probably more likely we've seen the Golden Company marching and all that stuff. So we're gonna see Jon commanding the north, the remaining Unsullied, the Dothraki, all that stuff versus 20,000 Gold Company, and I think this Lannister army too.
Yeah.
So and that battle's. Yeah. I'm excited to see how the Gold Company fights. Like the Gold Company versus Unsullied. I feel like I wish the Unsullied they still had more of their men. It would have been a really good battle to see the Unsullied versus the Golden Company.
Yeah, exactly. But then again, the Golden Company doesn't have much of chemistry in the show, right? It's just men.
Yeah, but I mean they fight together all over the world, right? Yeah. So I think they might be as battle tested, if not more, than the Unsullied, right? So I want to kind of see that dynamic with them two fighting each other. But I think regardless, man, if you see a bunch of people fighting, it's gonna be lit, like in the
daytime, yeah.
Yeah. Euron versus Yara, we already talked about that, and then the last dragon. Do we think
he's gonna be there?
We think he pulls through?
Yeah, I think he.
You think he has a big impact though?
Yeah. 100%.
There's no way he doesn't.
Dragon is their biggest strong point. It's just the scorpions are in the way, but I don't think that's a huge deal. Scorpions.
I think they're gonna get around the scorpion somehow.
Yeah, he's gonna get injured for sure, just to give us that little fright that he's gonna die. Yeah. But he's gonna get around it.
Yeah.
And he's big.
He's the biggest huge. One. Yeah. I'm surprised he got away from that last.
Yeah, that was scary.
Yeah, like he was like.
I think the rider of the dragon might change from Daenerys to Jon.
But I think these dragons, once they bond with someone, that's it.
I don't know. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. It might change just to like kind of symbolize the power shift, and
maybe
just kind of like
maybe
I guess like Captain pick up the hammer.
So do you think this episode is where we see either Cersei or Dany die?
No, that's the finale, bro.
You think it's the finale?
This is just gonna be war. Yeah. Build up of war plots.
I think someone has to die this episode.
It's gonna be a fun episode.
I think Cersei's gonna die this episode.
No, then who's left to kill in this last episode?
The last episode is gonna be like a. No, bro. You know how many people are conspiring against Dany right now? I think she's not safe either. I think both of them are donezo.
Nah.
You don't think both of them are dead?
Cersei's end is gonna be crazy.
Yeah, I think, bro. I'm calling it right now. I said this in the preview episode. She's burning it down. It's lit. She's burning it down.
What about the people?
You think Cersei cares about the people?
Do you think? You know what would be crazy if Jon kills Dany?
Yeah, honestly, at this point, I don't care how it ends. I just want to see it end. I just want to have that closure, like, you know, like a lot of people that aren't really huge fans of the show that just started watching recently, they seem to like, okay, or like it's either this is like there's no, and this is my beef with concluding a series. No one's ever really happy at the series. When you have a show like this, no one's ever gonna really be happy that it's ending, right? Stuff has to happen for it to end, like, you know. So people get angry for no reason. Like, people be like, oh yeah, this show sucks now. Like
shit has to happen.
Yeah, shit has to happen for it to end. Like, they can't just conclude it. Like people have to act differently. Like, people like Dany's not gonna be the same person she was from season 1. Like, that's not, like, if it was like that, then it wouldn't be concluding right now. It would be different, right? So, like, shit, people have to change. Like, you know, like, people just complain for no reason. I don't like that. Like, you know, I'm no matter what happens, to me, this is the best show of all time.
Yeah, regardless. For sure.
And I just want to see how it ends. I don't care how it, like, I can, like, for all I know, if Cersei ends on the throne, I would still love it. Like, if fucking Tyrion ends on the throne, I would still love it.
So you trust the writers enough to know that it's gonna be
It's
good.
not even trust. I just want to see I want to see how they end it. And George R.R. Martin, he didn't write the book, but he signed off on he told them what's gonna happen. So I'm confident in what's gonna happen. So I don't believe in complaining about it. Like, yo, whatever's gonna happen, what's gonna happen. Like, you know. At the end of the day, it's our job to just sit there and watch it, you know, and enjoy it. And if you can be critical, but don't like be like, oh yeah, this show sucks now. Like, it's a bunch of bullshit.
The show will never suck.
It will never suck. Like, no matter how, there's no possible way this show can end for it to suck.
Yeah, and I don't think in the next decade our show's gonna come out as good as this.
I mean,
until people forget about.
They're doing a prequel, so Game of Thrones might not be done this especially this podcast. But they're doing what's it called? I think they're doing the first night.
Yeah. Or are they? Like, the beginning?
I think it's either the
Bran the Builder and all that
Bran the Builder, like how the wall came up.
First dragons and all that.
Like, you know, I don't know. I thought they were going to do the Valyria one. Apparently they had 5 different prequels. Like, they had the story written for all 5. And then when they went through all the thing, like, they were going to do one. They wrote 5 and they picked the best one. So apparently the first night is what they're gonna do.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. So I think that's 2020 or 2021. It's gonna be lit. We're gonna watch all that too.
Obviously. Yeah. For sure.
Like, I'm excited for all the spin-offs that might come off. Like, you know, hopefully we get to see more of the lore and everything. You know, I'm just excited this is ending, man. I just want to like finally be able to watch all 75 hours back to back.
Proper. Yeah, good luck, man. That's crazy.
All right, guys, this is off the top Game of Thrones episode 4 breakdown and recap. So thank you for listening. If you're a Game of Thrones fan, like it, subscribe, follow, you know, share with your friends, do everything. Just, you know, support the video making, and we'll keep coming over more. Thank you. Have a great day.